Welcome back to another episode of From the Booth TV. I'm your favorite host, KD. Let's get into it. There's a lot of things to discuss today, baby. Well, the first thing we're going to talk about is, this Bill Mafia team, what now? Well, before we get into that, Jay Freeze. Oh, hold on. Let's clap it up for Jay Freeze. You see, I've been screaming this since the beginning of the season that Josh Allen, halfway through the season, Josh Allen was going to win the Super Bowl, and Josh Allen was going to win the MVP. Jay Freeze for MVP. And y'all thought I was crazy. Okay, granted, I was wrong about the first prediction, but I was right about him winning MVP. And I don't know why y'all sitting here shocked with the boo-hoo face. It's well-deserved. So last night they awarded him, as I thought they would, and a lot of people are having a lot of pushbacks saying, oh, why not? Why not Lamar? Why not LJ? Why not Lamar Jackson? And I'm going to say this like this. Listen, I love Lamar. Pause. You know, he's a South Florida kid. I'm a South Florida kid. I played against Lamar in high school. So if there's anybody who knows Lamar, I know Lamar. But when we're talking about this season right here, this season was very special for Bill Mafia. Granted, they couldn't complete the season. Granted, they couldn't get the job done and finish the mission. This still was a very good year for the Buffalo Bills. And a lot of that is dedicated to Josh Allen. So when you say someone wins the MVP, you understand, what does MVP stand for? Most Valuable Player. Lamar Jackson won All-Pro Best Player of the Year award, but Josh Allen won MVP, Most Valuable Player. So when you call somebody the most valuable player, it means you had the most impact on your team. So when people ask why Lamar Jackson didn't win, well, it was because Lamar Jackson had a great season, put up great numbers, put up better numbers, but Lamar Jackson had other outside factors to help him and his team get to however far they got to this season, which is Derrick Henry, King Henry the Cyborg. You had a couple gangster receivers. You had Zay Flowers. You had Bateman and Andrew. Andrew, he was good. He was good when he was good. And you had a couple other players out there who were standout players and who were probably all pro players. Now, when we look at this Bill Mafia team, this Buffalo Bills team, we don't got all pro players like that. We don't have, superstars. We don't have ultra talented players and guys that that's on this Buffalo team. We don't have, the greatest running back. I mean, James Cook is a great running back, and we have a good ground game. We don't have elite receivers. We have Coleman, and he hasn't sparked up yet. We had Amari Cooper. We barely used him. Khalil Shakir, who was a nobody until Josh Allen stepped in and made him who he was. And then we had Mac Hollins. Who the hell was Mac Hollins? You see what I'm saying? So these are all the traits that MVPs have. They make whatever they got, and they make it work. So Josh Allen grabbed whatever he had with his team, the little bit of talent that he had, the decent talent that he had, and he made something out of nothing. Well, not out of nothing, because these guys still have talent, but he didn't have what Lamar Jackson had. And that's how you know you're an MVP, is if you add that much value to your teams. When you take your team to the next level. If you have an all-star team and you ball out, how can we say you're the most valuable player? You're a valuable player, but you're not the most valuable player. Right. If you have a team with LeBron James and you got Dwayne Wade and you got Chris Bosh, you know what I'm saying? LeBron is not the most valuable player. He has all these other surrounding factors that's helping him, help his game go to the next level, take the pressure off. But when you're Josh Allen and, you got these, guys who are coming up and they're rising up and they're getting the recognition, they're not yet these Pro Bowlers yet, and you're making these guys be who they are, you're the most valuable player. So big ups to Josh Allen. I knew he was going to do it. Listen, I don't like to be right about everything. People think I love to be right. I don't like to be right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a guy who knows, I have an eye for talent. I'm able to see things that most people like to look over. And I just call things out. I don't necessarily like it. It's just something that I'm good at. But anyways, hey, y'all don't got to listen to me. Anyways, so, congratulations, Josh Allen, Forget all the ESPN haters, sports commentators talking about some, Lamar won all team pro, whatever. How you gonna win all team pro and you can't win MVP? You the first quarterback to win MVP but not win first team all pro. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with being MVP. Right. All pro, you put up the best numbers. You was the best player. You wasn't the most valuable player. You wasn't the most valuable player on your team. Anyways, we're gonna leave that alone. So next. So what's now? What now with this Bill Maffia's team? What are we looking at? So for next season, here's what I want to see from this Bill Maffia's team. I want to see a more aggressive Josh Allen. I want to see a more competitive Josh Allen rolling to next season. I mean, he was a great player. He's a great leader, great role player. He's a stud. But I want to see a more competitive, a more assertive, a more like, dog like Josh Allen. I want him to have that Michael Jordan effect. I want him to have that Kobe Bryant effect, that win at all cost mentality. I don't want him standing with his eyes open like a deer with the headlights shining on him. I want him to be a little bit more like sinister. That's what I want to see from Josh Allen. So whatever he has to do, if he has to go down to Dade County to South Florida and hang out with James Cook for the offseason and Amari Cooper for the offseason, by all means, go do that and go to the projects and go hang out in the parks with them kids and learn how to have some bad sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? Not saying those kids got bad sportsmanship, but get that mentality, that dog-like mentality. Because Josh Allen plays like a good old farm boy. He played football like a good old farm boy, which is good. You know what I'm saying? You're the Captain America of this team, but sometimes Captain America doesn't do it, man. You got to be Megatron or something like that. You got to be Voltron. You got to be some type of supervillain. You know what I'm saying? In order to get the job done. So big ups to Josh Allen. And that's what I like to see coming in next season for this Bill Maffia's team. And then also what I like to see, I like to see these receivers step their game up for next season. I want to see Keon Coleman come out, and I want to see him be more contributive factor to this offense. I didn't like how Ultron. Yeah, I didn't like how Keon Coleman wasn't a major factor. I was really disappointed in his route runners. I was really disappointed in his ability to not get open. A lot of balls was thrown his way, 50-50 balls, and he did not win that matchup. This is a guy that we drafted as a first draft pick. We're going to need him to step up for next season. We're going to need him to mature a little bit more, really work his craft this offseason, learn how to get separations, learn how to win those 50-50 balls because you're a big guy. You're 6'4", 2-something? Come on now. So we'll need you to step up and mature a little bit. I would like them to re-sign Amari Cooper. I want them to continue this relationship with Josh Allen and Amari Cooper. I didn't think that they used them enough rolling to, last season, this season that just passed. I'd like to see his involvement in this offense go up a little bit. Josh Allen, please, sir. Please get him more involved. That is a guy that you just cannot not throw the ball to. My bad. So we're gonna need that happening. On the offensive side, I like to see this run game continue to keep rolling how it's been rolling. It's a good offensive scheme. And get Mac Hollins more involved. So, and I think we need one more player. Get one more role player. And I think we should be straight on offense. Now, as far as defense, for the love of God, just for the love of God, Bobby, I don't know how to say his last name, Bobby Bichach, whatever you want to call it, Bobby. Fix it. Get it done. Y'all just traded. There's talks about y'all trading Kaiir Elam. Fine, whatever. If that's how y'all want to roll, that's cool. But I don't think this is a Jimmy and Joe's issue. This is an X's and O's issue, Bobby. That's the problem, Bobby. Your X's and O's need to be more defined, needs to be corrected. It's not Jimmy's and Joe's. You got the Jimmy's and Joe's. Bringing in another cornerback. You do need depth, though. I do agree that you do need more depth in that back end. But I want to see a more aggressive defense, and I want to see a more man-to-man defense. I want these DBs playing man-to-man more. I felt like too much of scheming and giving looks and disguises. That's all cool and dandy. You need that sometimes, but don't make that your whole defense. Go ahead and line up and let the offense know that you're going to play press man all game long, or at least half of the game. Let them know you're not scared to go man-to-man. So whatever you got to do, you got to get your players ready. You got to, do more one-on-one drills, more footwork, whatever you need to do. Y'all need to step y'all game up in that department because I'm not understanding why y'all didn't want to go man-to-man more often. You have to be a man-to-man team. Any championship defensive team, well, I can't say that. That's my bad. But any great defense, they're able to switch to go man-to-man. So, yeah, so we're getting reports that Kaiir Elam might get traded or might do a trade with the Washington Commanders. And, I like Kaiir Elam. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good kid. And I think he has tremendous talent. I think the situation that he came in with this Buffalo Bills defense and who's ever coaching the back end or the defensive coordinator, the X's and O's is not clear and precise yet. So I don't really care who you guys bring in next. But you guys need to fix this defense. And I don't think it's a player's issue. Now, I know you guys want to say, oh, Kaiir Elam came in second quarter and blew the game. No, that's not what happened. And we're not going to do that. And the reason why I said we're not going to do that is, think about it. You're asking a kid who hasn't played that much all season long to come in a crucial, dire situation where the tension is on him. And everybody named Mama know that he's about to come in the game because Brentford just got hurt. I mean, Bernard just got hurt. So Bernard just got hurt. Everybody knows Kaiir is about to come in the game. And everybody's watching him. All eyes on him. So the minute he gets in, he has to guard these fast cats who's all warmed up and they hot like an oven. And Kaiir been cold. And I know it's cold out there. And he has to come in and play man-to-man. Or he has to come in there and play whatever he got to play, whatever defensive call that was in. And y'all want him to execute it right when he gets in? Come on now. Obviously, a lot of y'all haven't played sports, and a lot of y'all have not played DB. I played DB on a collegiate level, and I can tell y'all this: it is not easy. And then half of the times, most DBs have different skill sets. So when people draft a DB, you got to make sure that you fit into this defense of scheme. So Kaiir Elam, from when I watched him in college, this is a man-to-man kind of guy. This guy is a man-to-man type of cornerback. And what happens is we have man-to-man cornerbacks. These guys need to warm up, at least have 5 reps in. You can't just come out there talking about you going to lock some stuff down. No, it's going to take you a little minute. It's going to take you a few snaps to get settled in, to get your groove on, especially if you're coming in a very intense game like the AFC Championship with Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes against Worthy, Hopkins, and Hollywood Brown. You're not going to just come in this game and start locking everybody up. It's going to take you a little minute. So I don't agree that Kaiir Elam was the reason why we lost, and I don't put much blame on him at all. Matter of fact, I think he had a good day. 23 catches, 2 catches for 23 yards. My bad. 2 catches for 23 yards? Come on, man. Right. That was the least of the worries. What, 2 penalties? Okay, you gave up 2 penalties that y'all say led into a touchdown. That don't mean stop playing defense. If I give up a penalty, give up a first down, what that got to do with the linebackers? What that got to do with the D-line? What that got to do with the defensive coordinator? What that got to do with the safeties? Still got to tackle. Man, come on, you got to keep playing. So that mentality, oh, you did this. That's a part of the game. That is going to happen. Especially when you're out there playing man-to-man defense. If you don't get 1 flag called on you for playing man-to-man defense, that means you ain't out there playing hard enough. And you're not touching the receivers. Go ahead, get a few calls. So what? Keep playing ball. Next play. So that was the least of the worries. Also, as far as this defense, I want to see a more aggressive linebacker core. We need to fix this leakage in the run game, against the run game, and we need to put a cap on that and start limiting teams with their offenses. Because there's no way in hell Kansas City came out and ran the ball. They're not even a running team like that. So that's what I want to see from this Bill defense. And like I said, there's a couple guys like Amari Cooper and Mac Hollins that I want this team to re-sign. I want Josh Allen to keep working with these guys. And hopefully they can be more of a contributor next season to this Bill Mafia team. Other than that, you guys have a good one. Josh Allen, Jay Freeze, it was a pleasure watching you this season. Appreciate you for the great season. Appreciate you, Bill Mafia. Till next season.